Chapter 11. The verb. Consider these sentences. The hunter catching some pigeons. Action. Rini is unwell today. State. Sumit has a red bicycle. Position. Father knows how to drive a car. Fact. The verb catch describes an action. Is describes a state. Has describes position. And knows describes a fact about the subjects the hunter, Rini, Sumit and father respectively.
The verb also tells us about the time of the action.
He rested. He is resting. He will rest. Past time, present time, future time. Definition. A verb is a word which describes an action, state, position or fact about the subject, object of the verb. Consider these sentences. The boy break the flower pot. The policeman caught the thief. Ritu baked a cake. In these sentences, the verbs broke, caught and baked alone do not make complete sentences. Sometimes must be added to each of these to make complete sentences. What did the boy break? The flower pot. Whom did the policeman catch? The thief. What did Ritu bake? A cake. The words flower pot, thief and cake are called the objects of the verbs broke, caught and baked respectively. Useful tip. We can make one word sentence with a verb. Example, stop. Classification of verbs. Verbs: main, auxiliary, translative, intranslative, primary auxiliative, modal auxiliative. Be, have, do. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to. Always remember, verbs that have to before them are known as infinitives. They are non-finite verbs, as you have to complete your homework. There are two classes of verbs in English. A. Main verbs: run, sleep, fly, play, etc. B. Auxiliary verbs: am, is, are, was, were, have, do, etc. Main verbs. Main verbs may be used without any auxiliary verbs before them, as the baby sleeps, birds fly. Main verbs may be further divided into two classes. A. Transitive verbs. B. Intransitive verbs. A transitive verb is one which requires an object to complete its sense. Neha likes ice cream. Amit makes a sandcastle. An intransitive verb is one which does not require an object to complete its sense. Fish swim. Lion roars. Most verbs can be used both as transitive and as intransitive verbs. Used transitive. Used intransitive. He burnt a hole in his shirt. Fire burns. I fly a kite. Birds fly. Please boil some water. The water is boiling. The peon ring the bell. The bell ring. Always speak the truth. She spoke for an hour. Auxiliary verbs. The verb be, is, are, am, was, were, have, has, had, and do, does, did. When used with main verbs to make tenses, passive forms, questions and negative sentences are called auxiliary verbs. The aircraft is flying above the clouds. Is auxiliary verb, flying main verb. They have eaten their lunch. Have auxiliary, eaten main verb. She does not play chess. Does auxiliary. Play, main verb. Finite verbs change their forms according to the number of person of the subject and the tense, as he, she sleeps, I, they sleep. Non-finite verbs do not indicate person, number of tense. They include the infinite, the participle, and the gerund. Seeing the unruly mob, the police burst tear gas shells. Seeing, participle. I saw the leopard pouncing upon a hare. Pouncing, gerund. I have to go now. To go, infinite. Direct and indirect objects. The direct object is usually the name of something, and indirect object denote the person to whom something is given or from whom something is done. Indirect object usually comes first. Mr. Sahu teaches us indirect object. Science, direct object. Can you get me? Indirect object. Some water, direct object. If the indirect object is placed after the direct object, it must be preceded by the preposition to or for, as Mr. Sahu teaches science to us. Can you get some water for me? Useful tip. Most transitive verbs take a single object, but some transitive verbs such as ask, given, offer, promise, tell, etc. take out objects after them, an indirect object and a direct object, as her uncle gifted her. Indirect, a watch. Direct. Always remember, a singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb, as a boy plays, boys play. Boy, singular subject, boys, plural subject. Plays, singular verb, play, plural verb. Forms of verbs. Verbs can be regular or irregular. Regular verbs form their past tense and past participle by adding ed. Based from past tense, past participle. Walk, walked, walked. Laugh, laughed, laughed. Irregular verbs from their past tense and past participle in the different way from adding ed. Types of irregular verbs. Type 1. All three forms are the same as based from past tense, past participle. Brushed, brushed, brushed. Coast, coast, coast. Hit, hit, hit. Put, put, put. Split, split, split. Type 2. Two of the forms are same as based on past tense, past participle. Become, become, become. Band, bent, bent. Bring, brought, brought. Build, build, build. Catch, caught, caught. Come, came, come. Dream, dreamed, 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 dreamed. Feed, fed, fed. Find, found, found. Get, got, got. Have, had, had. Hold, held, held. Keep, kept, kept. Lead, led, led. Learn, learned, 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 learned. Leave, left, left. Land, land, land. Light, lit, lit. Lose, lost, lost. Make, made, made. Sand, sent, sent. Sit, sat, sat. Sleep, slept, slept. Smell, smelt, smelled. Smelt, smelled. Spend, spent, spent. Stand, stood, stewed. Stick, suck, suck. Strick, struck, struck. Teach, taught, taught. Tell, told, told. Think, thought, thought. Understand, understood, understood. Win, won, won. Type 3. All three forms are different as base form, past tense, past participle. Be, was, were, been. Begin, begun, begun. Break, broke, broken. Choose, choose, chosen. Do, did, done. Drive, drove, driven. Fly, flew, flown. Forgot, forget, forgot, forgotten. Freezy, froze, frozen. Give, get, given. Go, went, gone. Grow, grew, grown. Known, knew, known. Mistake, mistook, mistaken. Ring, rang, rung. See, saw, seen. Shake, shook, shaken. Show, showed, shown. Speak, spoke, spoken. Sell, stole, stolen. Stink, stank, stunk. Tear, tore, torn. Threw, throw, threw, thrown. Wear, wore, worn.